Did you hear about the golfer who kept missing his shots? He was so frustrated that he threw his club into the lake, and the lake threw it back. Now that's a punchline that packs a lesson. Today, we're not just talking about golf or sports for that matter. We're diving into a universal principle applicable to almost any endeavor. We're talking about the relentless pursuit of excellence, the stubborn refusal to accept defeat. Picture this: a determined golfer out on the course from dawn till dusk, each swing a testament to his resolve. Every missed shot, every moment of frustration is but a stepping stone on his path to mastery, because he knows, as we all should, that champions keep playing until they get it right. They laugh in the face of failure, pick up that club, and swing again. Now, that's a golf course that refuses to accept defeat, much like our champions. Ever heard of Thomas Edison? Yeah, the light bulb guy. He didn't get it right on the first try, or even the 100th. Let's take a trip back in time to the late 19th century. There's this guy, Thomas Alva Edison, a man of extraordinary ambition and unyielding persistence. He's got a dream, a vision that's so bright, it's going to light up the whole world. Literally. Now, Edison wasn't born with a light bulb in his hand. In fact, he had to go through more than 1,000 attempts before he could hold one that worked. Can you imagine that? Over 1,000 tries. But Edison, he's not the kind of guy who gives up. Each failure, each unsuccessful attempt, is just another step closer to success for him. You see, Edison understood something that many of us often forget: that success isn't always about getting it right the first time. It's not about being perfect. It's not about never making mistakes. No, success is about perseverance, resilience, determination. It's about picking yourself up when you fall, dusting off the dirt, and getting right back on that horse. For Edison, every failure was a lesson learned, a stepping stone on the path to success. He once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Now that's a perspective worth having, don't you think? So what can we learn from Edison's story? It's simple. Never give up. Keep pushing, keep trying, keep learning. Embrace your failures. Don't fear them. They're not roadblocks, they're stepping stones. They're not the end of the road, they're part of the journey. And remember, it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up. Keep your eyes on the prize, and don't let anything or anyone deter you from your path. So remember, success isn't about getting it right the first time, it's about keeping going until you do. Have you ever wondered what goes on in the mind of a champion? Well, it's not rocket science, or is it? Let's take a moment to delve into the mindset of a champion, a mindset that's often characterized by resilience, tenacity, and an undying spirit to win. Picture a champion, not in the realm of sports, but in the world of space exploration. Yes, you guessed it right. We're talking about Elon Musk and his journey with SpaceX. Now, Musk is no stranger to adversity. With SpaceX, he faced countless failures, from rockets exploding on launch pads to mission objectives not being met. Yet he never wavered. He embodied what it means to have a champion's mindset. He was resilient, refusing to let setbacks deter him from his goal. He was tenacious, persisting in the face of adversity, not once, not twice, but time and time again. And it's this undying spirit to win, this relentless drive, this thirst for success, that separates a champion from the rest. It's about having the courage to fail, not just once or twice, but perhaps 100 times, and still having the determination to keep going. Musk once said, "When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor." And isn't that what a champion's mindset is all about? It's about striving for success, despite the odds. It's about embracing failure, not as a dead end, but as a stepping stone towards success. It's about having the audacity to dream big, and the willpower to turn those dreams into reality. So the next time you face a setback, remember, it's not the end of the world. It's just a stepping stone on your journey towards success. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to emerge stronger. So you see, being a champion is all about having the courage to fail and the determination to keep going. It's about embodying resilience, tenacity, and an undying spirit to win. So, are you ready to embrace the champion's mindset? Imagine you're trying to push a huge boulder. It's not budging, no matter how hard you push. Would you give up? Well, let's dive into this metaphor. You've probably faced situations where you felt like you were up against a giant boulder. You put in all your effort, your sweat, your heart, and yet it seems like nothing is moving. It's like the universe is playing a cruel joke on you. But here's the thing. That boulder represents the challenges in your life, and the act of pushing it symbolizes your efforts to overcome those challenges. You see, it's not about the size of the boulder or how heavy it is. It's about your persistence, your tenacity, your unwavering determination. Think about it. If you push that boulder for a day, a week, a month, and it doesn't move, would you give up? Or would you keep trying, keep pushing, because you believe that eventually it has to move? Persistence is such a powerful force. It's like water eroding a rock. You might not see any change at first, but over time, even the hardest of rocks cannot resist the persistent flow of water. And just like that, even the biggest of challenges cannot stand in the way of someone who is persistently pushing against it. What's more, the act of pushing that boulder, of persisting, changes you. It builds your strength, your resilience, your character. It shapes you into a person who can face any challenge, who can overcome any obstacle. It turns you into a champion. So the next time you find yourself up against a boulder, remember this. It's not about how hard you push, but how long you're willing to keep pushing. Because in the end, the power of persistence can move mountains, or in this case, a giant boulder. Remember, it's not about how hard you push, but how long you're willing to keep pushing. Did you know that every failure is just a stepping stone to success? Sounds cliche, right? But it's true. Let's take a step back and think about it. Have you ever learned to ride a bicycle? Remember the first time you tried? Chances are, you didn't just hop on and start pedaling flawlessly. You probably wobbled, fell, and scraped your knees a few times. But with each fall, you learned something new, didn't you? You learned how to balance better, how to steer, and how to pick yourself back up after a fall. Now, imagine if after that first fall, you had decided that cycling just wasn't for you. You would never have experienced the thrill of the wind in your hair as you sped down a hill, or the satisfaction of making it up a steep incline. You would have missed out on so much, all because of one failure. And it's not just about learning to ride a bike. Think about Thomas Edison. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine if he had given up after his first few attempts at inventing the light bulb. We might still be sitting in the dark. Or consider J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by 12 publishers before finally getting Harry Potter published. If she had stopped after the first, second, or even the 10th rejection, the world would never have known the magic of Hogwarts. If she had stopped after the first, second, or even the 10th rejection, the world would never have known the magic of Hogwarts. All these stories serve to illustrate one point. Every failure is an opportunity to learn and grow. It teaches us what doesn't work so that we can find what does. It forces us to get creative, to think outside the box, to push our boundaries. It strengthens our resolve and builds our resilience. So next time you face a setback, don't see it as a failure, but as a stepping stone to your success. Because remember, champions keep playing until they get it right. And you, my friend, are a champion. What do you think is the recipe for success? Is it talent, luck, or hard work? Well, let's break it down. A pinch of talent, a dash of luck, and a whole lot of hard work? Yes, these are all ingredients in the recipe for success, but there's more to it, and the proportions might surprise you. Consider talent. It's the spark, the raw material. It's that unique gift you bring to the table. But talent alone? It's like having a bag of flour and expecting a loaf of bread to magically appear. It's a start, but it's not the full recipe. Next, we have luck. It's the unexpected, the serendipity. Sometimes it's being in the right place at the right time. But relying on luck is like waiting for a lightning strike to bake your bread. It could happen, but it's not a reliable method. Then there's hard work. Now this is where things start to heat up. Hard work is the oven that transforms your raw talent into something more. It's the kneading, the mixing, the effort that shapes your abilities and hones your skills. Without hard work, talent remains unrefined, potential unmet. But even with talent, luck, and hard work, there's still something missing from our recipe. The key ingredients that bring it all together: persistence, resilience, and determination. These are the yeast that makes the dough rise, the heat that turns raw ingredients into a delicious loaf. Persistence is the stubborn refusal to give up, even when the dough doesn't rise at first. Resilience is the ability to adapt, to learn from the flops and come back stronger. And determination? It's the unwavering commitment to see the process through, to keep going until the bread is golden brown and perfect. So the recipe for success? It's a mix of talent and hard work, yes, but it's also about persistence, resilience, and determination. It's about not giving up, about learning from your mistakes, about staying committed to your goal. So the key ingredients for success? Persistence, resilience, determination, talent, and hard work. So what have we learned today? We embarked on a journey starting with an unforgettable golf lesson. We witnessed how a simple swing of a club can teach us about the curves of life, and how those curves can be straightened by persistence and a champion's mindset. We traveled down the road to success, understanding that it's not always a smooth ride. There are bumps, there are turns, there are detours, but the road doesn't define the journey. It's the driver. You're the driver. You control the speed, the direction, and the destination. We then dive deep into the champion's mindset, an unyielding spirit, a relentless drive, and a burning desire to be the best version of oneself. It's not about beating others, it's about outdoing yourself, day after day. It's about breaking your own records, setting new ones, and then breaking them again. We discuss the power of persistence, the art of trying one more time. It's about believing in the beauty of your dreams and the strength of your vision. Persistence isn't just about being stubborn, it's about being resilient. It's about bouncing back, stronger and better. We turn the tables on failures, showing how they can be the stepping stones to success. Every failure is a lesson. Every mistake is a teacher. They're not signs to stop, but signals to course correct, to pivot, to adapt, and to evolve. And finally, we cooked up the recipe for success. A dash of passion, a spoonful of hard work, a pinch of persistence, and a whole lot of self-belief. It's not a one-size-fits-all formula, but a customizable concoction that resonates with your unique journey. To wrap it all up, remember that the journey to success is not a sprint, but a marathon. It's about enduring the hard times, celebrating the good times, and learning all the time. Remember, champions keep playing until they get it right. So keep playing, keep learning, and keep growing.